even with Deebo Samuel on the field. 18% air yard share. I look for these numbers because I look for certain tiers, look for certain metrics for them, these guys to hit. 1.5 yards per route run. All of that is not great, but it is low end tight end one starter level. Where he is in the elite tier is the end zone targets, 20%, 21 red zone targets for the year, 7 touchdowns. So even if you think Deebo Samuel is going to somehow be a problem for Zach Ertz, Deebo Samuel's never, even in his prime, been a red zone target. Runner maybe, but not a red zone target. 8% end zone targets last season with the San Francisco 49ers with a hurt up Brandon Ayuk, with Ricky Pearsall, who was shot, still trying to come back to play. Nothing but George Kittle, no Christian McCaffrey. He still hit 8% of the end zone targets. He's not a factor when it comes to that. So that's all Zach Ertz. I got him as tight end 12. Is it fun? Is it sexy? Is it exciting? Maybe not. Does it get the job done? It absolutely does. 100%. Stacey, you mentioned another sleeper that many of us have, Hunter Henry. And I've been pounding the table. You want to talk about a guy I'm overweight and best ball on? I don't know if there's a league I don't have him in. Stacey, take it away on Hunter Henry for me.
Oh man. Yeah, I love Hunter Henry so much. And also too, like breaking news, right? Javon Baker's gone, Bourne's gone now. So it just opens up even more targets for him. This guy had 20.5% of the target share. He was the Pats overall leader last year. And like, I don't care that Stephon Diggs is there. That's fine. But he was 19th overall tight end, right? And just such great value for him that he could slip even to the second in target share in that offense. And he would still outproduce his draft price, right? He's got great chemistry with Drake May, and probably a little bit higher on Demario Douglas than most people too. But there's really not much else out there, right? You've got Kyle Williams, okay. And then I know Travion Henderson too, but like, I just can't see a world in which you've got such a great, consistent, reliable target for your second year quarterback coming in. That Henry doesn't continue just to produce and just be an absolute monster in that offense. Like I just, you can't convince me that that's going to happen. I am so in on Hunter Henry this year. I had him a lot last year too, but yeah, I mean, even in best balls, excellent to have him in, but I'm taking him as like one of my later guys. Like I said, with the old guys, him and Ertz are actually two that I really like to pair up. If I've waited for a while, I'll just go grab both of them. And then I'm set.
I agree. I mean, I know it wasn't pretty last year because he only had the 2 touchdowns, right? But again, hitting those benchmarks, 80% of the routes, 20% of the targets, 21% air yard share, 24% end zone targets, 18 red zone targets. Last time he was with McDaniels, he was touchdown through the roof. He was the top 10 tight end. Like, that was, so I think that was the year with Jonnu Smith, and there's no Jonnu Smith this year. Somebody else besides Stephon Diggs, to your point's got to get the targets. Why not Hunter Henry? I don't know. Chase, anything you want to add to that real quick?
No, I'm not a giant Hunter Henry guy, but the points you guys make hold, and I am in on Drake May. And if Drake May is going to have a good season, I think at least part of that season has to go, and a good chunk of that season has to go through Hunter Henry. So I won't argue with that.
All right, so there's a couple things I'm going to ask you here for Stacey. First, I want your number one sleeper, and then I want you to tell everybody in Operation Domination where they need to check you out at and what you have coming up.
Oh, my number one sleeper. I think I gotta go with Mason Taylor. I know we're not look, the Jets, run first offense. We're not like, it's not a high volume passing offense, and that's okay, right? Because who else is there beyond Alan Lazard? Like, I dare you to name the rest of the wide receiving room for the Jets, because I had to look them up. Okay. And come on, it's ugly back there. So Taylor has impressed in camp. He's impressed in preseason. He is a 6'5" huge target for Justin Fields. And I think he has got an immediate path to fantasy relevancy. You're going to have to throw it occasionally. The Jets actually, you're kind of thinking, right? Like who threw the least amount in the league last year? It was the Eagles at 44%. The Jets are nowhere near that. So his current ADP for Mason Taylor is tight end 27. You're walking away with a guy that can come in and immediately produce and be the number 2 behind Garrett Wilson. So I absolutely am taking him as one of my last round picks, and pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, look, are you going to draft him in your home leagues? Probably not, but this is somebody we're going to be talking about on the waiver wire show. 100% that's going to happen. Could it be Chicago from 2023 all over again. Garrett Wilson's the DJ Moore with Justin Fields. Mason Taylor's a Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet, who was tight end 8 in points per game that season.
Yes.
It's I think it's possible. I'm not saying it's probable, but I do think it's possible and something we're going to be talking about. Stacey, thank you so much for coming on the show. I want you to tell everybody where they got to check you out at and what you have coming up, because you got a lot coming up this season.
I got a lot coming up this season, but thanks guys for having me. This has been so much fun. I love talking tight ends, so this just is been the best part of my day to come and hang out with you guys. But you can find me over on X. I'm at Stacey_Perez83. You can find me. It's going to be on Mondays with the Fantasy and Frames waiver wire show. We're going to be doing a real fun watch party, talking waivers, talking all the Sunday action that happened. And then on Sundays, you can catch me on the Sunday tailgate with Dynasty Degens, where we're going to be doing start sits, injury updates, all of your last minute fantasy stuff. That's going to be going at 11, right when all the injury news hits. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot going on Sundays and Mondays this season.
Yeah, and I'll be on there in a couple of weeks on that
That's
Sunday.
great.
So I can't wait for that. Guys, I wanted to take a little extra time here at the end. We got a lot of stuff coming. So next week, we obviously jump into in season. Chase is going to have his DFS cocktail hour ready to go. We'll get the happy hour started on the show. We're going to be talking first month. We're going to be talking about the trending start sit questions, and we're going to be talking about where we're different with ECR. October, we're going to start getting Adam more involved with the dynasty temperature checks, the buy sells, and all of that. We'll be working that in. That'll be the Wednesday, or it should be that'll be the Thursday morning show. The Friday morning show that's going to drop, I'll be with Dr. Brian Scott every single week. We're going to go over every injury, get you all the analysis that you need to know heading into the weekend. And then Saturday morning, me and Chaz Flaherty from Sports Betting Weekly are going to hook up. We're going to get you winning money all weekend long. That's going to be our schedule throughout the rest of the season. So make sure you download Operation Domination on your favorite podcast app, and make sure you subscribe to the Fantasy Football YouTube channel at FF Advice. I'm Dan Mader. He's Chase Thornton. We'll see you guys again next